Joining me now is Raf Sanchez. He is in Tel Aviv. So thank you so much for being here. What are the expectations for this latest trip to the region by the Secretary of State?
So, Yamish, the Secretary meeting for about 2 hours with Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and as well as the things you mentioned in that readout, the Crown Prince is potentially going to be a very influential figure when it comes to who's paying to rebuild Gaza on the other side of this war. I was in Gaza over the weekend with Israeli forces. It is hard to overstate the scale of the devastation. Neighborhood after neighborhood in ruins. According to one analysis, more than half of all of the buildings in Gaza either partially or completely destroyed at this point, 4 months into the war. In terms of the expectations, the priorities for the Secretary's trip, number one is preventing further escalation with Iran, as you were just talking about. The U.S. striking Iranian facilities in both Syria and Iraq, not killing Iranian operatives themselves. So far, Iran not talking in terms of major retaliation. And the other big priority is trying to get this deal to pause the fighting in Gaza, get more humanitarian aid to Palestinian civilians, and free some of those hostages over the line. Yamish.
And you just talked about the scale of the devastation. What's the latest on where Israel stands about a potential ceasefire deal?
So there was this framework hammered out in Paris about 10 days ago at this meeting of spy chiefs, including the CIA director, Bill Burns. We are still waiting to see whether that framework can be converted into an agreement and whether Hamas and Israel can both say yes to it or not. At this point, the two sides remain very far apart. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is saying he is not prepared to end the war as part of an agreement, and he is not prepared to release thousands of Palestinian prisoners from Israeli jails, including some who have been convicted of terrorism offenses. Hamas is saying both of those are key demands for them. So as you said, the U.S. and Qatar are trying to close the gaps and see if they can get this deal over the line. Amish.
And quickly, is there any concern that any deal could have been upended by the U.S. retaliatory strikes in the region?
So at this point, no sign that American strikes in eastern Syria, western Iraq are going to have a major impact on talks between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. One wild card here is if somehow Hezbollah, the powerful Iranian-backed militant group that dominates southern Lebanon, got into the fight. That could upend the whole situation. Yamish.
Yeah, well, Raf Sanchez, thank you so much from Tel Aviv.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.